24 hours Photoshop manipulation. So I was a newbie, but a little knowledgeable in Photoshop, and I wanted to get to a point where I can impress my family member, or my Minecraft girlfriend of course. This video is going to be my first somewhat professional video I have on my channel, so I do hope you enjoy it. I feel like a lamppost right now. Why is that? Starting off, I have this mansion castle, whatever it is called. It was picked online, and starting off, I used a quick selection tool that I recently learned in a photoshopping class I had. If you want to know where I got these photos from, there is this one website called Pexel, and this website is where I found a majority of my images, and I'll link this down in the description down below. And what I'm trying to create is this arena where two people fight, but it doesn't look like it so far. But I wanted to have this time period set in around the Middle Ages when castles were a thing. With a quick selection tool and placing it somewhere else in the picture. I found this awesome medieval castle, which I think is a French castle called the Château de la Bretèche.
Château de la Bretèche.
But I think it's an estimate at most. After placing the castle down, I spammed the duplicate button to get this thick forest. I'm not sure why a castle would be in the middle of nowhere, but there's no helping this now. Afterwards, cutting out this mountain from its background was easier than the castle, and it gave a better sight to see. Then I cut parts of the mountain and flipped it horizontally by using Ctrl-T, then pressing flip horizontally. Then flipping the mountain, I cut out smaller mountains in the distance to get that vibe and also fill up the empty space in the background. Then finding this really awesome looking sunset, I put it in the very back of all these layers. Right now, I'm not talking off the script, but I'm just talking normally how I would, and I'm just gonna talk over the rest of this without me making a script. And with a script, I felt like I was constantly talking. But something I did not mention was I did use the levels tool and the curves tool, which that's basically how I made this place look much better. So far, Photoshop has been pretty kind to me. It's pretty easy to use, even though you probably need to see like 10 episodes of random YouTubers try to make artwork with Photoshop. And it was just cheese. And there's a tool that I used called the Hue tool, and I used it quite a lot. And it's basically for highlights. It makes a picture just look a lot better. Now it was time for shadowing, and I used a brush tool since I have no better idea, but it actually turned out much better than I expected. But to be honest, I don't know how I got those details in. And I have this cliff, and this cliff is where the people that I'm gonna cut out is going to stand, and it's gonna be epic. And I use a curve tool to get that texture, or to make it blend in. Now I have my boy over here. He's going insane. He's gonna get cut out from his world and gonna get slapped into my world. And I just learned that there was a refined brush tool, and it's used for the hair to get it refined, obviously. And with this, I got some armor, shoved it on him. I basically just erased parts of the armor. And I also had this sword beforehand, and I just chucked it in his hand. He was ready to go. So I got some leggings and cut part of the legs. Then I just grabbed it, pasted in there. Boom, there's a character. And I made it blend in with the levels tool. Then I just started with shadows. Not shadows, it's just making it darker, I guess. You could probably do that with the levels tool. But I got my homie super duper magician boy out here. That's what I'm gonna call him from now. Super magician boy. My man has this cape. This cape, this is Doctor Strange who here. It's gonna be just insane. He's gonna clap everyone. He's gonna clap your mom. And for this, he is gonna go insane. He's going saving the world from a crisis, mainly COVID-19, and with his magic circles out here, no one can do anything about him. Now we have the man. He's getting insane, but unfortunately the file corrupted, so I had to redo like all of it. It was really sad. And I did add a dragon. He's on the man's sword team. Not sure why he became so overpowered so quick. He was just going off, going off, man. And then I just added flames, 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 and more flames, of course. You can't go wrong with flames. Now we had these hues, and of course hues are probably my favorite thing. And I made the whole entire screen just change colors for a solid good hour. And these hues, I'm just gonna add more hues, hues, baby. And this is the final product. Now we have this, and just gonna let you know this is gonna be really bad. This is what happened. I went like boom, 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 kaboosh, kabosh, kipish, kaboosh. But I had it looks okay, but then I just deleted the mountain and did that. That's the final product. Whoa. Now we have this man here. He's gonna be holding a sword, but he's also gonna be a wizard, which in context, that's not a thing. And I skipped an hour worth of content of character development. It was a lot harder than you think. It looks trash. I'm not gonna lie. So I use distortion on the wings, and it makes it much better than just flat wings. Imagine having flat wings on a person standing kind of sideways. It won't look good. And now I had these effects of lightning, and this is based off of Percy Jackson, even though there's like no lightning at all in Percy Jackson, just nada. And I had this magic circle. I distorted it again, and then I was trying to find a portal. What I was thinking was this man that was teleporting. He was just that powerful that he just went the speed of light, like Flash. And it didn't really turn out the way I wanted. It just looked bad. Then I went with the wings, hues, or highlights I meant, and more highlights everywhere. I basically covered it with highlights, but it looked pretty cool. And then I added more lightning. The lightning stretches out, makes him look like he's holding more and more lightning effects. But unfortunately, I didn't have the picture saved. Now, I have this man with this awesome pose, the best pose ever I gotten from someone. And I try to make this into this poster type of picture. And to be honest, it turned out pretty good. And I learned a inverse technique for curves, but I didn't really get it, so I just used curves. Now, I found this thing out before I actually did this picture, and it was a hue gradient map. It was kind of hard to use at first, but then it just got easier and easier after each time, but at the same time, it was hard. For some reason, I think the color picker is supposed to choose something besides white, and that's a problem that I had a lot. But I'll link a gradient map tutorial down in the description. I hope you will like that. And now I'll make this shadow right now. And it's not like I totally forgot how to make shadows. Yeah, I forgot how to make shadows, of course. But then I used hues. I felt like the hues were just still on the top level of my choice of going with highlights. And now we have this tiger, or is that tiger or lion? While making this, I had that good vibe and everything, listening to music. While I was making this, I used the gradient map, but it did look pretty good. But to be honest, uh, it was a little flawed. It was just this weird, unnatural color. But I added another shadow to it. Now I just adjusted everything, tweaked it a little more, and did the hairline style. And there you go. There's my picture. Uh, I forgot about her. I felt really bad, so I did her again. So it was like boom, 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 and boom. But I actually did learn something. If you use a Gaussian bird, a Gaussian blur, yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, basically, you can just spam Gaussian blur, and it'll just make it brighter, and it'll give off a glow. Then I colored it with cyan, which makes it a lot better. And I try to make the picture just fit in, or the hue gradient map, and then boom, that happened.
Now I have this really awesome fellow. He's sitting on a desk, actually laying on one. It's not even allowed in school. Well, I basically try to make him look like this dude from Aladdin, uh, and a dude from SAO, which is Swords Art Online. You know that anime where it goes like this, and this trend of making him looking like this dude living on the high. And I have this boat, yes. I was gonna make this thing in the air. I have no clue why. I put a boat in the clouds, and a man in a boat in the clouds. This fish in the clouds, a tree in the clouds. But I try to make it majestic as possible. It looks like, what you would call it, fantasy looking vibe. It looked pretty sick to me, but the next day I was like, hold up, it just looks way, way, way worse than I thought. It's not bad at all, but I messed around with the trees, or the single tree, with that color. Makes it just a little poppin'. Then I added the glow in the bottom of that boat. How big is that boat, anyways? Well, I just made this shadow. This shadow was ugly, and I fixed this hue up for this man. He was just rolling out. It looks like he had Rolexes. He was showing his fingers off. And then I had the highlights again, and I had the glow with from the lanterns, just make it look all shiny, dewy, and that. And I tried making this fog tech thing above this tree. It didn't really want to work, so I basically left it as and kept meshing with the shadows for the boats. I wonder how big that shadow is. It's like a whole entire cloud's length. It's probably something that's not possible, but there you go. Here it is. And for this, I had this background set for me. Well, actually, I just followed a tutorial. Then I just felt lazy, and it looked really cool. It's this illusion, and I put pencils everywhere. I'm not sure why I did that, but I made everything look so small, even the tracks. I wonder how big the tracks are if you actually put it outside in real life. It's probably gonna be an inch long, and then the lenses are 9 inches. And here's Harambe, the hero of almost bonking his head, and he is now a dead gorilla. I don't know why I said that, but here's Harambe. He's fighting the man, the only, with the one punch man. You know, Harambe is so powerful, they could probably clap everyone's cheeks. And you wonder why that I have a pen right next to his shoes. Actually, he's covering up his shoes. I have this missing part of a shoe, which annoys me so much that I just pushed the pen right there. And I started doing these hues on Harambe and this man right here and try to blend it in as much as I can with the outside world and inside the camera world where Harambe rests in. I wonder how Harambe gets out of the camera. That's the thing. And now I have Harambe holding a grenade. Something interesting you probably won't see anywhere else. And then here's the final. I skipped a lot of the content, but I'm showing you these pictures right here. This man defeating the squid. You don't like squids in your city? Then kill him, of course. Now I have this Superman. I don't know why I made it. I was socially distracted while making this, and I felt amazing. And I don't even know what the heck this is. He's pulling this ginormous fish that's 10 times his size from a portal. He should play a game with it. But no, there's Yoshi standing alone. Very, very alone. In the middle of nowhere. This was sad. And here's the boss baby. How's it going, kid? And here is the final one. Space thing. Honestly, I don't know what this is. Um, well, thank you. Bye.
Thank you for watching till the end. I'm not even sure why you're here, since I know my videos are completely doo-doo. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Peace.